The rockets are reaching new targets, at times deeper inside Israel, and lately causing casualties. Hezbollah is making good on its promise to widen the scope of its operations against the Israeli military in response to the killing of one of its senior commanders in mid-June. Since then, another high-ranking commander has been killed in a targeted assassination. He went by the name Abu Nami. During a ceremony to commemorate his work, the armed group's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, delivered a message amid renewed international diplomatic efforts to reach a ceasefire in Gaza and a deal to release Israeli captives.
Palestinians have returned to this, their homes reduced to rubble. After nearly 2 weeks of intensified ground attacks, the Israeli army withdrew from the Shejaiya area, leaving a trail of destruction as homes, schools and clinics are leveled to the ground. Another day, another order, forcing tens of thousands of Palestinians living in Gaza City to head south, all at a moment's notice.
As the NATO summit in Washington came to an end, leaders gathered with Volodymyr Zelensky and launched an agreement dubbed the Ukraine Compact to support Kyiv. During the summit, NATO members announced they had started sending some F-16 fighter jets Ukraine's way, deliveries that Kyiv has long been waiting for. NATO allies have also pledged to give Ukraine at least $43 billion in military aid within the next year, as well as new air defense systems.
And now I want to hand it over to the President of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it.
Russia planned to assassinate the chief executive of German arms maker Rhynmetall, and the US and Germany had foiled their plot. That's according to reports from CNN and New York Times on Thursday. They say the plot to kill CEO Armin Papago was one of a series of Russian government plans to assassinate industry executives across Europe who were supporting Ukraine's war effort. Rheinmetall had been producing artillery shells and vehicles for Ukraine. The reports say US intelligence first discovered the plot earlier this year. They told German security services, who were able to protect Papago.
To Finland now, where the parliament is set to vote on a bill granting border guards the power to turn back asylum seekers coming from Russia. It is expected to pass as both the ruling right-wing coalition and many opposition lawmakers are backing it. The government has said that the bill is vital to stop future arrivals, despite the law being at odds with Finland's international human rights commitments.
A U.S. Coast Guard ship on routine patrol in the Bering Sea came across several Chinese military ships in the international waters, but within the U.S. exclusive economic zone. The Coast Guard said in a statement that the crew detected 3 vessels approximately 200 kilometers north of Amchitka Pass in the Aleutian Islands. A little while later, a helicopter aircrew from Coast Guard Air Station Kodiak spotted a 4th ship approximately 135 kilometers north of the Amukta Pass.
Tonight, frightening moments mid-takeoff. Watch as tires on this American Airlines plane explode as it was speeding down the runway.
Emergency, emergency, emergency!
The plane headed to Phoenix from Tampa with 180 people on board, the pilot aborting the takeoff.
We had a blown tire and we're going to be needed to 30 degrees.
Sparks seen flying, emergency crews racing in. American Airlines saying the plane experienced a mechanical issue and they're investigating the incident. We're told that small fire was burning by design to prevent a larger explosion. No injuries were reported.
The landing gear of a Saudi flight flying from Riyadh to Pakistan's Peshawar caught fire soon after landing at the Bacha Khan International Airport on Thursday afternoon. Ground controllers informed the pilot and rescue teams, after which fire extinguishers were rushed to put out the flames. No casualties were reported and all passengers and crew were evacuated safely.